So what I'm gonna share with you today is that blueprint. How do we go from literally zero, I don't even have a real estate license here, to 40 million in a year? And I'm gonna talk about how we've done that with our team. Here's what it's gonna feel like you're in the WWF getting a fire hose. I'm going to give you not like theories, I'm gonna give you 50 ideas, specific things to do, and it's gonna be too much. Like there's no way, I mean, you are for sure gonna be cowering in the corner by that Buick by the time this is over. I'm gonna move on just so you know, I'll leave it up there. So I wanna start at the tip of the spear, which is where you talk to the person for the first time. Now, a lot of you work with repeat and referral business. Uncle Frank calls up and goes, hey, will you sell me a house? Okay, great. Some of this will be different for those people, and it'll be a little easier when those people come. What I'm gonna aim at is the hard people, those leads that are difficult. These are sign calls. Someone calls on your listing, wants to see the house. These are open house leads, Zillow leads, Realtor.com, IDX, anybody who is calling to see a house. I'm gonna start off with the callback, right? With that initial phone call, what do you do on that initial phone call? And here's the script that we use, and it's worked out very well for us. And I'm gonna talk about it in terms of Zillow leads, but don't get hung up on if it's not Zillow, if you don't do Zillow leads. It's the same for everything. So here's the script, right? Somebody calls, they wanna see 123 Main Street. You pick up the phone. If it's Zillow, they're direct connecting you. You know, if it's Realtor.com, whatever it is, you get on the phone, and they wanna see 123 Main Street. And the script is super, super simple. It's, hey, this is John. Typically, we're dealing with Zillow people, so hey, this is John, your Zillow Premier agent. And I understand you want to see the house at 123 Main Street or in San Diego or whatever you know about the house. Typically, we know almost nothing about the house because the phone just rang. Like, we may have the address in front of us. That's about it. And it's not our listing. So they say, yeah, sure. So I say, I understand you want to see the house on 123 Main Street. And they say, I say, would you like to see it today? How about this afternoon? Would today at 2 o'clock work? And they say whatever they say, right? Yeah, that'll work, or how about tomorrow at 5 or whatever. So the script is not, what can I answer about the house? What can I tell, how great is the house? None of that. The script is, when can I show you the house, right? Your main goal here is to try to get the appointment. You're trying to get in front of the person. The more you dive down the road with all the details about the house, the more likely it is you are gonna end up not getting an appointment with that person because they're gonna come up with some reason not to see the house. Oh, it only has 3 bedrooms, I need 4, or whatever it is, right? You're trying to avoid all that. You're just trying to get to an appointment, okay? So how does today at 3 o'clock work? They say, yeah, that'll work, great. And you set the appointment and off you go. Calls are super, super short. That's the basic fundamental. So let's role play through the call. Hi, this is John, your Zillow Premier agent. Would you like to see that house today? Okay, next step. I'm gonna check with the seller and make sure 2 o'clock today works. What I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna look around, see there's probably some other properties in the area, or you could even say, I know of a couple other properties in the area that are phenomenal. You're gonna wanna see those too. That way you have something to compare the house you called about. So I'll check those out too. We'll get a couple of those set up. And I will text you back once I confirm with the seller, and I'll let you know where we're gonna start. Right? Because what maybe happened to the house 123 Main Street since they called you? Pending. Does that ever happen? Someone calls about a pending house? Yeah, right? And so many agents are looking it up, they're on the phone with okay, do you want to see? Okay, great. Oh, it's pending. You just know, now there's no use for you, right? You told them that it's pending, it's over, right? Like, no appointment. Now, what we don't want to do is ever look up the status of a house. And in fact, some people will say that, hey, you know, they'll start asking questions. How many bedrooms is it? Is it pending? Whatever. You know, I don't know, I don't have it in front of me. We got a lot of listings. I'll double check on that for you, but let's go ahead and put the appointment on the calendar. It says 2 o'clock today work, right? Get it on the calendar. Second part of the script. I'm gonna check with the seller, make sure it works, and set up a few other showings. That way you're pre-framing, that house may or may not be available, so you've set up the fact that you're going to text them where to start. That is such a key part of this. Like, you have to do that. You have to set up that idea that we're gonna go see more than one house. Not only is it important because that house may be pending, or maybe they can't show it for whatever reason, but you're also gonna be able to show a few houses, which is great. You're gonna build some rapport. This is a stranger. This is someone who just called on 123 Main Street, right? And by the way, if you don't have Zillow leads, talk to me about that. If that's something that's interesting to you, we have opportunities for people to get these turned on, and you don't have to pay for them. You just pay a split at the end of Zillow. So if that's something that's interesting to you, you don't have these kind of leads, we'd be happy to talk to you about getting those. So that's step 2. Once I confirm with the sellers, I'm gonna let you know where we're gonna start, okay? Simple.